Hey everybody, Carl here. Welcome back to Trails from Zero. We're in the previous episode. I got really upset at the first division. We visited Heiyui over in the Harbor District and had a rather interesting meeting with Zhao Li, who leads the faction and might have possibly hired the infamous assassin Yin. Now, the first division has taken the case from us and we're here to report to the Ark and Seal about that. Huh? Oh, could it be? Could this be the mayor? Oh. I think it might be. The big car right here in the entertainment district?
Oh, what a surprise.
Young man. Good afternoon, Miss Elie. Hello, grandfather. Ernest. Did I hear her right? This man is Elie's grandfather?
It's been some time. I'm glad to see you're looking well. How has work been going?
Well, we're still new to this, so there's a lot left for us to learn. But I assure you, I don't intend to bring any shame upon the MacDowell name.
Oh, Elie, I've told you before, haven't I? You don't have to worry yourself over things like that. Are these your colleagues, by chance?
Yes, they are. It's nice to meet you, sir. My name is Lloyd Bannings, and I'm with the CPD's Special Support Section. TLoH. How do you do? How's it going? Name's Randy Orlando.
My name is Henry MacDowell. It's a pleasure to meet the three of you. I must thank you for taking care of my granddaughter.
It's quite the opposite, sir. Ellie's the one that's always looking after us. Madame O'Selly's a bona fide genius when it comes to dealing with all the paperwork we gotta go through every day. That does not excuse your utter lack of assistance, Randy.
Is that so? Well, what is important is that you're content with your posts.
You know, Miss Elie, I really think you should make some time to stop by home every once in a while. I'm sorry. I've been hesitant to rely too much on my family since I began living on my own. Even so, don't you...
It's fine, Ernest. Elie wishes to stand by her decision. Listen, dear. Continue down the path you've chosen until you're satisfied. I cannot mix business with personal affairs, but know that I will help you out to the best of my ability.
I know. Thank you, grandfather.
Now then, shall we go, Ernest? I have a meeting with the Business Owners Association next, correct?
Yes, sir. It's scheduled for 5 p.m. That seemed like a very kind old man. I had a positive first impression of him. I hope it will last. But I'm like, oh, it's a nice old... Dude, the wheels light up. Holy smokes. Think I can buy one of those one day? Whew. I can't whistle. Now that's one bitchin' ride. I knew your family was loaded, Mademoiselle. I wouldn't really... Yep, Lloyd pieced it together. Wait just a second! Whoa there. Lloyd? He said Henry MacDowell, right? As in, the mayor of Crossbell City? That Henry MacDowell? Say what? He is? You'd think you'd know the mayor of Crossbell, guys. Come to think of it, I do recall seeing that information in the database. Oh dear. Honestly, it's a miracle that you hadn't noticed until now. There was always something about your surname that bothered me, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out what it was. The mayor's name must have totally slipped my mind, I guess. I call myself a detective. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. Besides, my grandfather's position has nothing to do with me. Oh? Anyway, we should hurry and speak with Elie and the others. We still need to tell them about the First Division taking over the case.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yo, Mademoiselle, when do you think your granddad stopped by Arkansas?
Oh, that? Arkanseal's first public performance of their new production is being held alongside this year's anniversary festival. I assume he was here for a business meeting regarding that.
Maybe.
Excuse me, what we're doing at Arkanseal? Oh, please don't mind us.
Okay. It's all good. All good. Wow, that was cool. That was cool. I still can't get over how cool that car was. I'm not a car guy. That was a cool car. Let's go. Arkansas. We return, my good sir. Oh, do you wish to speak with Elie or the troop leader? You may proceed. They should be practicing in the auditorium. They've been at it since morning. Can I go snooping? No snooping.
That sounds like music from the play. Elie must still be practicing.
We should be able to find her on stage then. Indeed. This is new music, yeah. Let's go. Oh. Whoa. Look at them go. How did they do those sparkles though?
Phew.
Bravo.
Oh, look. You're back.
And just in time, too. That was amazing.
You two are incredible. Indeed. I've never experienced anything quite like that. You think so? Sounds like if we iron out the kinks, this might become a crowd favorite. Oh, that gives me an idea. How about you wait another moment before the Moon Princess's spin, Rixia? That way, it'll give the Sun Princess just enough time to react in a way that will really capture the audience's hearts. That's perfect! Your dancing isn't the only thing that's amazing. You're going above and beyond to perfect every little part of the performance. Well, I figure if we can do it, we might as well strive for perfection till it's time to perform. But enough about that. Have there been any developments in the investigation? Oh, that's right. Yes, actually. It's, not exactly good news. What do you mean? Alright then. Let me go grab Avon and then you can fill us in on everything, okay?
This Yin character sounds like he's quite dangerous.
You can't be serious. He's really somewhere in the city? Wow, well that sure is a fun story. A shadowy immortal assassin whose legend is whispered in the dark corners of the Eastern Quarter. Oh, I love it. The character practically begs to be on the stage. I'll have to add him to our next production. Heck, we can even work the general outfit into our third act right now. We just gotta set some white robes and the costume is set.
Oh, Ilya.
This is an assassin we're talking about. Why can't you take this more seriously? We suspect that Yin is being employed by a group known as Heiyui, but we still don't quite understand why Yin sent Ilya the threat letter in the first place. One thing is certain though, the chance that this is nothing more than a prank has decreased significantly. Is there any chance you could postpone or... Out of the question. We wouldn't walk off the stage even if a bomb was about to go off. Isn't that right, Avon?
Well, I suppose so. We aren't all quite as passionate as Ilya. The truth is that all members of Arkansas belong to the stage, heart and soul. You wouldn't find one member of the troupe who would abandon their beloved stage under any circumstances.
I may be new to all this. I feel the same way.
Sheesh. I'm sure people tell you to break a leg out there, but at this rate, your legs will be the least of your worries.
If you intend to proceed with the show, does that mean you're also okay with the First Division taking over security? Well, I mean, it is pretty annoying, but the show must go on, no matter the cost. So, what kind of people are these First Division guys? Well, they're definitely very talented and more than qualified for the job. Objectively speaking, they're excellent at what they do. The members of the First Division are an elite group that live up to their name. They should be able to protect you and your show with the utmost discretion until curtain call. I was really hoping to avoid having a bunch of police in here. Then again, we will have a full house. Better safe than sorry.
I agree. I think that's for the best. Anyway, we are talking about you here, Elie. Once the show starts, you won't even notice them.
How rude. I'll have you know that I always pay close attention to my audience. The show only reaches its full potential when the audience and play are completely in sync. Isn't that one of your famous sayings?
For anyone else's case, yes. In yours, however, I'd say it's more along the lines of you forcibly dragging everyone into your own performance.
He's not mincing his words at all, is he? Indeed. She's surely the very picture of a theater geek. Excuse me, Lloyd. Does this mean you won't be part of the investigation anymore? I'm really sorry, Rixia. We don't have much wiggle room here. The First Division is going to completely take over the case. With them on it, you won't have anything to worry about, at least. I see. That's a shame. The only reason I agreed to all this in the first place was because you were leading the show, Lloyd. Still, I appreciate you looking into things for us. I'll send some tickets your way as thanks, so be sure to come and see the play next time you're free.
Oh yes, I'm sure we can arrange something, though I'm afraid you may have to wait until after the anniversary festival. If you're okay for tickets for next month, I can have them sent to you as gifts.
Seriously? Hell yes! And here I was thinking I'd have to wait 2 months to see it. It is quite generous. Thank you very much. Elie? You and your dots, your triple dots. I'm so sorry, everyone. I've caused you nothing but trouble. Don't worry about it, Rixia. All the running around we did today is a pretty typical workday for us. It is all simply part of the job. Yep, no worries, Rixia. Forget about us and just focus on your guys' preview performance. If you say so, then I will. Thank you, everyone. Preview performance? The hell? You don't know about it already? Ciel puts on a sneak peek of their new show before it's available to the public. That's correct. This will be my first time performing in one. People all over the continent, from both the industry and the media, will be attending. I'm sure many influential people have been invited too, in order to boost awareness of our new show. Wow, that's pretty crazy. By any chance, was Mayor MacDowell invited as well? Oh, yes. He's our guest of honor. I'm told he plans to support the show in conjunction with the anniversary festival. He's quite kind. Despite his busy schedule, he made time to stop by and encourage us. How very much like him. Good luck with the preview, Rixia. It may be your first time, but I'm sure you'll perform wonderfully. You think so? Absolutely. Considering all the practice you put in, I doubt you have anything to worry about. Hell yeah, this play's gonna bring down the house. I am quite looking forward to it. I really appreciate the kind words, everyone. I'll get back to my practice then. Thank you all for your help. You're welcome. I don't feel okay leaving it in the hands of Dudley. Ready to head back, guys? Might as well. I feel exhausted, both mentally and physically. Me too. Well, it's been one heck of a day. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, you kid, are you doing this to me? Did you refresh the city? What the frick? Maybe it's just this district. Good luck with practice, Lady Ilya. I'll be rooting for you. Ciel is still rehearsing for their new production, so there's no show to look forward to today. But don't you just get excited from admiring the theater all lit up in the dark? Sure is something. Ice cream, get your ice cream! Only a few short moments left until Arkansas's most popular flavors are totally sold out. Try them out while you still can, or you're gonna regret it! Yeah, we're good. We are good. Is this... Are we in surely something's gonna happen when I try to leave the district or something. Surely. As we've received a high volume of reservations, we have very few vacant rooms available today. If you wish to reserve a room, I recommend you do so quickly. But these prices? Are you crazy? I want to find good old Aaron. I think it's almost time for me to check up on the kitchen. Our waiters are going to be busy today. We've got many large groups of tourists coming. Indeed. Where's the kitchen? I haven't seen a kitchen around here. Secrets. Secrets hidden from me. I finished cleaning the rooms and hallways. There are a lot of things to organize in the executive suite, so it can be a pretty tiring job. I bet. Still nobody staying here. It's probably going to be pretty bustling sooner rather than later. It's almost time for one of our larger groups to return. I should prepare for their arrival. Okay, I have a theory. So I think if I try to go to the harbor district, he'll be like, no, let's just go home. And then we have to go through the back alley? Oh, hold on. I'm piecing it together. The cathedral's bell rings at this hour every day. It's pretty common for tourists to come and listen to its solemn tolling. Solemn tolling. You there. You've just found yourself the perfect spot to hang. What do you say, man? Want to have some fun? I bet you're pretty stressed, too. Don't worry. Come in and we'll take all that off your shoulders. Yeah, and the rest of my money, too, I bet. I got invited to a party tonight. I better hurry and get dolled up. Didn't ask. Oh, I guess I did stop her. Hey there, wanna play? We're offering nice discounts today. Barca. Time to win big at the casino. Oh wow, look at the time. You can't hear the evening bell inside of the casino, so the hours just slip by without me even noticing. Ba. Oh, evening already? Now's when our casino really comes to life. I bet. Sheesh, I've never met such an entitled man in all my life. Oh, what the hell? You got a straight flush? Are you kidding me right now? That's how it goes, man. Welcome to Barca Casino. The night has only just begun. I hope you'll play until you drop. Let's see how Old Timer's doing here. Probably not long until he drops. Whoops, better head home or I'm gonna get an earful from the missus. The nightlife can get pretty harsh when you reach my age. Oh my gosh, who is his missus? Do we know his missus? Maybe I just have not been paying attention. You look stressed out, Randy. Is everything all right? Really? I never thought it was hiding it well. There's a bunch of stuff happening at work. Nothing really worth listening to, though. Well, if you insist. On that note, I received a bottle of some pretty fine stuff today. Feel free to join me for a drink later. All right, it's a date. Wow, that was a different tone. There's always an open seat for you at our bar, Randy, if you ever need to unwind. Don't be afraid to come by for a drink sometime. Okay. Who are you and what have you done with Proprietor Drake? Let's see if my theory is solid. Yes, thank you. Today sure wore us out. Let's avoid unnecessary detours and head back to the SSS. Cutting through the back alley should be the quickest way. Yep. My senses were a-tingling. Let's go. Thank you. Sweet release. Okay. Back alley. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Let's go by the jazz bar. Why not? We'll open our doors in just a bit. I got a call for our performers and prepare all of our specialty cocktails. Yeah, I guess this is when this bar really starts bumping. Almost time for work again. Ugh, do I really have to? How many ugly old farts must a gal entertain? Oh, she's a waitress at this bar. Whoops, excuse me. G'day, pals. Well. What's this? Why the long face, young man? I know just a remedy for you. Come on, follow your friend Bishy. No, I'm not sure about that. Okay. What's up, guys? Hey, what are you still doing snooping around here? Thought your business was done. Or you still trying to suck up to the boss like all the rest? How long you past planning on loading around here, huh? I'll go. Teehee, it's almost the time of day for business to start picking up. Hey there, I'm Eris. Alright, it's crunch time. Alright. Imelda. There's nothing to do here, nothing to see here, Just gonna... Huh? I mean, if we were gonna find her at any point in the city... So, you all are friends with Ren, are you? Yeah. Oh, I do love coincidences. They never fail to liven up my day. So then, you're saying that you know her as well? Indeed. She's staying with an acquaintance of mine. A real stubborn old kook who runs his own workshop. I don't believe she's his actual grandchild, but he certainly loves her as if she was. Anyway, that little girl is a pure genius. I'm lucky that she's a regular of mine. All right. Oh? We have met before, correct? Yeah, we have. Back at the doll studio. It's been a while. Your name was Ren, right? Teehee. Correct. I believe it's been about a month since we last saw each other. And, you know, it's very impolite to have to double check what a lady's name is. I should think that any true gentleman would know how to greet a lady properly by their second encounter. You're right. Sorry, Ren. Stern little gal, ain't she? You look like you're alone. Did you take the bus to come look around the city? Yes, something like that. You see, I enjoy visiting the antique shop by myself every so often. I occasionally put Grandpa York's dolls on display and, oh, they have the absolute cutest stuffed animals. They do? Huh. Still, I don't think it's the best idea for a girl your age to be wandering around this part of town alone. Let me assure you, it's perfectly safe. After all, what's there to be afraid of? The barkers and hostesses are all so very nice. And those men in the back wearing all the black glasses never fail to make me laugh. That's... okay. I might be even more worried now. Teehee. Oh, that reminds me. Did you have fun playing hide and seek with the wolves? It looked as though you had quite a few uninvited guests show up at the last second, too. Come again? Did you get all of that from reading the Crossbell Times article about the case? Sure, let's go with that. You befriended that wolf, correct? If you could, I would love for you to introduce me to him sometime. Sure. We'd love to. Mysterious as always, this one. Indeed she is. Oh, mysteries abound. You befriended that wolf, correct? If you could, I would love for you to introduce me to him sometime. Indeed, Ren. This is why we do optional talks, for great scenes like that. Let's go home. Central Square. Alright, let's go. What's the latest gossip, girls? Well, like, duh. Arkansas tickets sell out, like, the second they go on sale to the public. It's totally possible we could have ended up in a super long line only to still not get tickets. Wait a sec, didn't Arkansas tickets, like, go on sale a while back? Crap, I totally spaced on that. We'll never get any now. I would make fun of them, but I've caught myself in my natural speech saying like all the time. Like, anything I say, like is in there somewhere. Like, it's... And once you notice it, it's like there consistently. It's about time for the post-work rush hour to begin. Things are about to get serious. Just one last push and we'll be done for the day. Good luck. I'm hungry. I just want to go home early and eat everything. Everything. Oh, is Janetta staring at the food in the grocery aisles and drooling again? It's a little childish, but everyone likes that about her. It's cute. The sun has begun to set. We like to broadcast Crossbell's anthem throughout the store as it approaches closing time. How patriotic. We are open until 8 p.m. I do hope you have a lovely shopping experience and enjoy your time with us. Oh, Neston. Always the professional. Welcome. Are you looking for anything in particular?
We just received the publications for this month if you're looking for them.
What you got? The same old news. All right, Kian, I hope... Are you here alone now, or... My dad's gonna be home any minute. He had neither dinner nor bath already. Dad is the patience of a saint. I don't know how he hasn't gotten sick of Mom's antics yet. Oh my, look at the time. I hadn't realized it was this late already. I had so much fun. The whole day had flown by before I knew it. It's been a while since I've stayed until closing time. Teehee, I'm so quirky.
Thank you for visiting us this evening. Are you in a hurry to buy some new shoes?
No, I'm good. I'm okay, actually.
Decisions. What do I buy to make my wife to make her happy? Indeed. I just remembered that I haven't read the newest issue of the Crossbill Times yet. I suppose I'll head over to Southworks later and pick up a copy.
Oh, I'm already ahead of the curve on that one. All right, that should only leave Prada over here. Phew, it's almost closing time. I used to overwork myself late into the night back when I owned my own business. I think I'm too old to handle that kind of lifestyle now. Well, at least you realize. Okie dokie. Up next is the store we all know and love is Ganten. I bought a vacuum cleaner last month, and I intend to purchase a refrigerator this month. But which model do I pick? I'm just so nervous, as it's such a big purchase, and I like a charming one. Yes. That is the main thing I look for in a refrigerator. The charm stats.
Choco, what are you thinking? A young woman working late hours like this? What would you do if some hoodlum attacked you on the way home? You just need to hurry home. I'll have a nice warm dinner waiting for you.
Oh, is he spying on his daughter? Look over there. Yeah, that's my dad, thinking no one can see him. Of course, he's completely obvious. Sheesh. No matter how much time passes, he just can't let go of his little girl. It's almost time for me to head home. Maybe I'll stop by Morg's and buy a sweet roll as a little present for Pansy. Aw, aren't you kind? She deserves it. I've tormented her enough.
Believe it or not, this incredible store carries the brand new jaw-dropping Orbital Network terminals, I think they're called. I'm no expert on the technology, but I can assure you, they're the best money can buy. If you'd like, please take a look at our Epstein Foundation display right here. You will not subject me to another Epstein Foundation PowerPoints. I've played the third. Yo. Well then, I guess I'll call it a day. This career isn't as easy as you'd think. Hard selling jelly beans. Shopping has me a little behind schedule. I swear, you peek into a shop, then poof! All your free time is gone. Now then. Please, Dad. Let me play just a little longer. Oh, come on. Let her play just a little longer, Dad. Hey, Mimi. It's getting dark, so we better make our way home. Oh, what is freaking killjoy, that man. I should probably head home. If I stay out here much longer, I'm likely to catch a cold. You're a sensible man, Kanta. That you are. Oh, okay, Celtio, having a bit of a chat with the maid lady. Not Sammy, but it's no. Celtio, you asking for a noogie or something? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm innocent. Innocent? It looks to me like you're neglecting work. Back to the kitchen. I swear, Celtio will come up with any reason to leave the kitchen. It's rush hour. Can't he stay put and do his job for once? All I did was bring that girl her food. Oh, come on. You think I don't have eyes? You're obviously trying to hit on her. Well, no more. Back to work, Celtio. But which girl is he talking about? Is it this girl? Oh, I'm out of coffee already? Well, perhaps I'm near my limit for sitting and ordering just one cup. Yeah, dude, other people want to use the restaurant. Can't be over here, right? Well, let's move on. How about you two tell each other about your hobbies? I like reading, I guess. I enjoy arranging flowers. That's the most I've got out of them all day. Just relax a little.
Please, just relax. I'm begging you. I don't... Well, let's move on. I'm still confused. Was it like a marriage interview? Was that the... As in, they're gonna get married, but they... I don't know. That whole situation confuses me so freaking much. All right, let's see what's going on in the kitchen, though. Did we have a chat with Hoystorf? I'm very sorry about the noise, everyone. Things would be so much easier around here if Celtio took work even a little more seriously. Cut him some slack. I miss Alan back home in Liberal. Nana would definitely be the one calling the shots in a relationship. I pity the poor sap that gets married to her someday. Man, he's blunt, this guy. Well. Station Street and the rest is probably just a lot of... Nope, I'm absolutely beat. Indeed. Well. Garanda, feel lucky and special. I'm talking to you last. Huh? Really? It's late? Fine. Pick out what you want to let me know. I was just about to close. Nah, I just came to bother you. Then I'm off. Okie dokie. It's the end of another day at the... Oh. Wait, isn't that... Oh, thank goodness. I was just starting to wonder if I came to the wrong place. Ernest? Did you come to see me? Yes, I did. I had business to attend to at the office, so I decided to stop by. Elie? What's wrong? You don't look too great. Well, if I remember correctly, you guys were visiting Ciel earlier today, right? Did you run into some sort of problem with your police work? Well, sort of. It's not anything major, but someone in the troop requested our help, and we went to report what we found. That's all. You know, I wasn't sure if I should stop by here today or not. But I'm sure now that it was the right decision. What do you mean? Allow me to be honest with you. Elie, I want you to quit the Force and return to us. Quit the Force? What? Oh there, buddy. That came out of left field. I get the impression this does not stem from feelings of love, at least. I know it was your idea to join the CPD, Elie. But seeing you now, you look so worn down, so... lost. Are you sure this is really the right path for you? What are you saying, Ernest? Listen to me. I know you understand the current political climate and the despair that comes with it better than anyone. And that's likely where your initial urge to join the police originated from. But just try to think about the torment and pain the mayor is going through, how he feels in the current situation. With the anniversary festival coming up next month, Mayor MacDowell is up to his neck in work. And after that, it's right back to arguing with the Imperial and Republican factions over the budget. And in 6 months, he'll be up for re-election. As I'm sure you know, Mayor MacDowell has planned to retire, and without someone to carry on his policies, he feels like he can't. I'm sure that if you were by his side, he'd feel much more confident about being able to keep going with his work. I'm sorry. Perhaps I'm overstepping. However, I can't ignore the issue any longer. As someone who respects Mayor MacDowell and has been with your family for years, I cannot stand idle any longer. Ernest? Of course, the path you ultimately choose to follow is entirely up to you. I just want you to stop and think hard about whether this path you're on now is the right one. I'm going to need some time. Excuse me, everyone. I'm tired, so I'm going to go rest in my room for now. Sure. My apologies for suddenly showing up out of the blue like this. It's, okay. It seems to be a pretty complicated family matter. Just try not to bother Just try not to bother Mademoiselle for a while, you got it? Seconded. Personally, It feels like you're attempting to take Elie away from us. I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. However, you are aware she originally wanted to become a politician before joining the police, aren't you? Really? Huh? You're pulling my leg. That would explain her seemingly boundless knowledge of politics and economics. As the granddaughter of the current mayor, she grew up surrounded by politics. It was only natural for her to want to pursue a career in it. To that end, she studied abroad in a number of different nations to hone her skills for international relations and learn foreign policies. However, when she returned home last year, she was dead set on joining the CPD. So that's what happens. I was unaware. I did always wonder why a fancy lady like herself was working for the CPD. Would you keep an eye on her until she makes her decision? I can't bear to see her flounder about like this, unsure of the path in life she should take. Goodness, it's already gotten so late. I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time. I'll get out of here now. Okay then. Well, I do think a lot of what Ernest says, it was kind of out of line. Or not out of line, but it was kind of... It's so rude to confront her in that way. But at the same time, he raises some points that I'm sure are racing around Elie's head. And this might just be her opportunity to finally confront them and make a decision and not, as he says, sort of flounder between the two. And that, I think, can be good for Elie. So even though it's kind of I think ultimately Elie can grow and come out of this even better. But for now, let's do a sigh. There certainly has been a great deal to sigh about today. Sure has. We got put through so much shit. Definitely one of those days that just kicks you in the nuts over and over. I know what you mean. Anyway, let's report back to the chief and call it a day.
So that's where things stand. Well, you gonna tuck your tail between your legs and give up here?
You're saying we have a choice? The First Division took over the case. There's no way we can oppose them, given our team's position on the force.
Yeah, guess not. The Fox would track you down and give you his longest bitching session yet.
Probably. Could we not simply offer our assistance to the First Division?
Don't know how will that play out, considering the shit we got from that glasses-wearing dick. Yep, that's also a long shot. The CPD is real fuzzy when it comes to jurisdiction. Makes cooperation between departments a real pain in the ass. That goes double for the First Division. No way a group of elites like them would accept help from a group of rookies like the SSS. But if you're talking about working incognito, that's another topic altogether.
Sir?
This is the Special Support Section, the most unconventional department on the force. Sure, HQ tends to ignore us. That gives you guys a certain level of discretion you can use to your advantage. Basically, as long as you stay quiet about it, you can poke your noses into other departments' jurisdictions without sending them into a tizzy. You do realize you just said we can ignore our superiors' orders, right?
What a bad influence.
It's like I told you before. I might not be able to help you in the fields, but I'll cover your asses when I can. In the end, you guys will need to be the ones who take action, though. That being said, your current situation might make this plan impossible to pull off. One of you is struggling to figure out what to do. And this is something you can only overcome by cooperating as a team.
You're right, but... Yeah, it's hard to get fired up without Mademoiselle Elie with us. The way she was acting, it was like her head was somewhere else entirely. She's been like that all day from what I could tell. Is Elie going to be alright? Yeah, Zeit. That might be the best idea. Nighttime at the SSS? Yeah, look at Lloyd, so cool. Look at that casual pose in bed. Elie. Over these past 2 months, I thought we'd become pretty close. But it seems like I never really understood the important things she was dealing with. I had no idea she was Mayor MacDowell's granddaughter, and an aspiring politician on top of that. If I recall correctly, you didn't attend the police academy, right, Elie? So how did you end up with the CPD? Well, to put it simply, this is my way of getting some real-world experience. While I didn't attend the academy, I did take a written exam and marksmanship test when I applied. They couldn't really reject me since I received perfect marks on both tests. You know, the more I learn, the more I feel like we're worlds apart. Do you think so? It's pretty rare for rookies to have already earned their detective license, though. You must have your own reasons for joining the CPD, right, Lloyd? Well, that's... Perhaps it'd be best to continue this talk after we've officially become co-workers. Alright. I'll go and see if Ellie's up for a chat. If she's worried about something, maybe I can help somehow. And maybe we can continue that conversation we started. Yeah, let's go, Lloyd. Just what I wanted you to say. Let's indeed. We got some time left in the episode for this. Let's see. Can I go everywhere else first?
Oh, it's you. Why the long face? How about you toss that scowl away before you come in here?
Sorry about that. Still working, Chief?
The SSS, unconventional as it may be, is still part of the CPD. That means paperwork. If you don't have any pressing issues, kid, could you leave me to this? I could all just finish before daybreak, you know?
Right. Sorry for the interruption. Right, wait, this is the boys' floor. Ah!
What you up to, Lloyd? Going out on the town?
Well, not exactly.
It's about Mademoiselle Elie then, huh? Well, I can't blame you for being worried. Seems like she's got a lot on her mind right now. Not sure if it's the kind of stuff we should really be butting into, though.
Yeah, that might be true. But still, if something's on her mind, I want her to know she can rely on us. You're a good guy, Lloyd. Let's go downstairs first and see if we can meet Tio or Zeit or nobody at all. There he is. Zeit definitely enjoys his lounging. That he does. That he does. That was like a growl snore. I believe she's 301, so 302 is the Tio tot. That pillow just seems so angular. You sure you're not going to cut yourself on that? It's so polygonal. Oh, were you busy reading something, Tio? Yes, I was halfway through this science journal, actually. Lloyd? I know. You're worried about Elie too, aren't you? I was just thinking about going to talk to her. Is that so? If that is the case, I will let you handle it, Lloyd. After all, dealing with these kinds of issues does not fall into my area of expertise. You got some cute cat pillows here, though, Tio. Approve. They are approved. Well. Here goes nothing. Elie, do you have a minute? No reply. Is she asleep? No. I don't sense anyone inside. They keep doing that. No, I don't sense any humans in the area. How? Has she gone up on the roof, maybe? Just struck me that I haven't checked there. Elie? Sorry, I'm coming in. Just as I thought. She's not here. Where could she have gone? I'll try looking around the building. Are we gonna have a Moonlight Rendezvous? It's perfect. Oh. Lloyd? Is she crying? Hey, Elie. How'd you know it was me? Just a hunch. I don't know why, but I had a feeling you'd come here. Guess you were right. Breathtaking as always. Isn't that the IBC in the distance? Yes, it is. I doubt you would find a cityscape as beautiful as Crossbells, even if you scoured the entire continent. Yet, the more the lights of the city shine, the more the stars seem to dim. The purity of starlight, the symbol of Adios' love. Elie. I was thinking over everything that happened today. With Ravache, Heiyui, and Dudley. I think this... Was this a line from Zhao? No matter what you do, you can't change Crossbell's true nature. Or was this... Don't remember. Ravache's iron grip is here to stay. I am merely referring to them as our fellow business competitors. Herring Crossbell, free trade is protected by law, after all. You take offense with that, officers? The first one was Garcia. We're charged with maintaining a certain degree of order in a city where justice is a constant uphill battle. We're expected to suppress major crimes and protect the public from criminal organizations and foreign intelligence agencies. Can you possibly fathom the work that goes into that? That was the darkness of this city. The tragic truth of the state called Crossbell. We're kept alive only by the will of the Empire and the Republic, stripped of all pride, and fed constant lies and deception. We're drowning in false prosperity and novelties, only because our captors allow it. Everyone just surrenders to these circumstances and accepts the status quo without realizing its true cost. That's the city we live in. Maybe you're right. But you don't want to surrender just yet, do you, Elie? I once had a mother and father. I suppose putting it like that makes it sound as if they passed away. They're still very much alive. What I mean to say is, they divorced when I was little. My mother lives in the Empire now, and my father in the Republic. I had no idea. My father was born and raised in the Republic. He moved to Crossbell City, met my mother, and after marrying into the MacDowell family, he strove to become a politician. Immediately after he joined the Diet, he recognized Crossbell's ugly, distorted reality. As someone with a strong sense of justice, he made it his duty to mend this broken city. Year after year, he drafted reform bills, all in the hopes of bringing change to the state. That's amazing. No, in the end, none of his bills were ever passed. The Imperial and Republican factions both shunned him, ridiculed him. One by one, his allies betrayed him, friends left him, and he became the laughingstock of the political world. Not even my grandfather, as well respected as he is for being neutral, was able to mend his career. Crossbell brought my father to utter despair. And then, one day, he quit, as a Diet member, as a husband, and as my father. He decided to leave everything behind for Calvert. Mother couldn't stop him. And at the same time, she couldn't uproot me, still a small child, to follow him all the way there. Eventually, they settled on a divorce, and my father was gone for good. It always seemed like Mother hated him for what he did, but I got the impression that underneath it all, she still loved him. It soon became apparent that living in Crossbell, the state that robbed her of her love, would be too much to bear. My mother left to go live with relatives in Erebonia. It was then that I was taken in by grandfather, who raised me into the person I am today. That was the reason I was drawn to following down the path of politics. It wasn't due to any desire to avenge my father or anything like that. I just couldn't understand it. How could a family so happy and loving end up falling apart so completely? After I made my decision, grandfather began to help me. I studied abroad, all over the continent, focusing on politics and economics. However, the more I studied, the more I realized how complicated of a quagmire Crossbell's situation truly was. Caught between the Empire and the Republic, our justice, our interests are pulled apart by the gravity of their immense power, entangled with their own, and distorted beyond all recognition. It was there I hit a wall, an insurmountable barrier in my way. A barrier. The same one my father faced, and one I'm sure my grandfather faces as well. Do you know who represents the government of Crossbell State, Lloyd? Isn't it Mayor MacDowell? Well, yes, but he's not the only one. It's actually both the Crossbell City Mayor and the Speaker of the Diet. Grandfather and the Imperial faction's Speaker Hartman jointly represent our governments. That's how we operate, according to state law. Sounds like I should have studied a bit more. But wait, why did Crossbell adopt such a divided system in the first place? It's obvious, isn't it? If two representatives from opposite factions have equal authority, they can hinder things for each other, making political reform nearly impossible. No way! Now that you mention it, it does make sense. With two people on top, one side can easily sabotage the other if they try to push some sort of reforms through. The fact that this happens is a tragic inevitability, given Crossbell's founding. 70 years ago, Crossbell State was born from a mutual agreement between Erebonia and Calvert. In fact, the state's founders were, themselves, Imperial and Republican lawyers. Seeing the current state of Crossbell, I can't help but think of it as a curse. I was at a loss. If I were to continue into the world of politics, that same curse would grab me by the neck and drag me under, just like my father. That's why I decided on a new approach, one my family hadn't yet tried. And that was the CPD? Yes. From there, I told myself I could see Crossbell's twisted reality firsthand, without looking through the muddled lens of politics. I convinced myself that the experiences I gained here would one day be my secret weapon when I finally joined Crossbell's political world. The reform that my father failed to achieve, and grandfather is unable to pursue. I thought this new perspective would be the key to finally making it a reality. Maybe. But perhaps I was just lying to myself. Perhaps I was just running away. Everything that happened today, I knew it was likely that I'd encounter those issues. But still, the reality of things was even colder and crueler than I had imagined. When confronted with it, I was at a loss. Maybe I'm incapable of doing anything on my own after all. Maybe I'm just a broken little girl, abandoned by her mother and father. So what? Huh? You try way too hard to be perfect, Elie. I can't afford to fail. I need to take care of everything myself, shoulder every responsibility. That's the way you've been thinking, isn't it? That's not... Today was probably our roughest day yet. Being ridiculed, having to hear that all of our efforts are in vain. But Think about it. Aren't those the things we signed up for when we joined the SSS? Remember, Elie, there may be barriers we can't get over today, but that doesn't mean we won't be able to get over them tomorrow. Tomorrow? Right now, the barrier that stands before us is the threat letter case. And even though the First Division has taken it over, I say we continue investigating independently from them. What? But is there even anything else we can do at this point? Sure, the First Division may be great at what they do, but even so, it's obvious that they're stuck in a cop's mindset, only adhering to traditional logic. Maybe a new perspective is exactly what's needed to crack this case. At least, that's how I feel about things. Lloyd. Just like how you joined the CPD to gain a new perspective on Crossbell, right? If we're somehow able to solve this case, then I'm sure that means your goal isn't out of reach either. Of course, I shouldn't really compare our investigation to Crossbell's underlying issues. But what we read right now is the experience of overcoming these kinds of obstacles. If we keep clearing the small barriers, one by one, then someday, we'll have the power to get over the big ones too. In these 2 months we've been together, I've come to realize something. You have your own troubles you're working to overcome, don't you? So, how are you able to stay so optimistic? Well, let's see. Maybe it's because I have someone I'm trying to catch up to. Though, that in itself may be a problem. I think I understand. But I'm not as strong as you are. I'm just so tired of it all. I didn't come up here with the intention of talking so much about my past. But I just couldn't keep it bottled up anymore. At this rate, I'm only gonna drag the team down. And if that's the case, I should probably... Elie. We need you, Elie. Your profound knowledge, your negotiation skills, your sharpshooting, your sense of justice. If we're gonna stand up to this city, we're gonna need you. But... That's not it, though. While all of that's true, my point is this. I'd be happy if you decided to stay by my side, Elie. What? We were a bit of a mess at the start, but I feel like we really started to become a team over these past 2 months. Even when we were bombarded with the stress of daily life, we make time for the small things, like deciding whose turn it is to cook. We've all come to trust in everyone's individual strengths. It's not every day you find teammates like that. Well, we may still be rookies, sure. It's too early for us to be able to tackle every problem by ourselves, but it's also too early for us to give in to despair and give up trying to fix things. We'll tackle each day head on, do whatever we can, and keep relentlessly confronting the status quo. And if that somehow fails, we'll just come up with a new plan. Together. You, me, Randy, and Tio. And despite the way he acts, the chief is always doing everything he can to support us from the side. Heck, even Zeit has our backs now. So, don't forget, Elie, you're not alone. You're absolutely right. I'm not alone. How could I have forgotten something so important? Thank you, Lloyd. Even though it won't be easy to solve all my problems, I do feel a little better now. Glad to hear it. Still, apart from the lines that sounded like they came straight out of a teen drama, I was a bit surprised. Ugh, I'm painfully aware of how cheesy they were, okay? What do you mean by surprised, Elie? Because, well, talking about how I'm needed and telling me that you want me by your side. I thought you were confessing your love to me. Confessing? Wait, that's not what I meant at all. Oh? So are you saying I'm not good enough then? You know that's not it. Oh, come on. You're just teasing me now, aren't you? Just a little payback. But you really should be more careful, Lloyd. You might not realize you're doing it, but you really have the potential to be a serious womanizer. Hey, hold on a second. I'd understand if you were talking about Randy. Why me? The fact that you don't even know you're doing it makes it all the worse. Good grief, Lloyd. I can't believe just hearing those words made my heart start beating so fast. What was that? Nothing. But anyway, I'm sorry I wasn't there when you reported to the chief. Did you guys come up with a plan for how to continue our investigation? No, not yet. Right now, the case hinges on figuring out what Yin hopes to accomplish. Tomorrow, we can ask around and see if we can find some sort of lead. Sounds good. Thanks to you, I have a feeling that I'll be sleeping soundly tonight. How about we hold a meeting tomorrow morning after we get some much-needed rest? Sounds like a plan. What a scene. What a freaking scene. That was beautiful. And Lloyd and Elie learned Star Blast. By spending 100 CP each, a powerful combination attack can be unleashed. Oh. What's going on at night, though? We're gonna see Yin? We might see Yin. That concludes this week's report. The warhounds they've trained may prove troublesome. If Master Yin were available, he would easily compensate for our lack of force. Very well. We shall continue with all our current operating protocols within the city. In addition, recall half of our personnel currently dispatched to Altair. Understood. I shall take my leave, Master Cao. Have a pleasant evening. Yes. To you as well. How troublesome. I'd rather not have to request the Elder's assistance. Such help would come with a heavy debt. If only Master Yin were more cooperative, our plans would be proceeding splendidly. That is the man himself, huh? Worry not. I plan to uphold my end of the bargain. It shouldn't surprise me that you were eavesdropping. Dear me, I fear I may have made a few slips of the tongue. Please, we both know you said exactly as much as you wanted me to hear. Just as cunning as ever. Me? Oh, goodness no. I'm no match for you. So, to what do I owe this visit? Are you perhaps in the mood to cull some warhounds for us? Your subordinates are more than capable enough to handle that matter. My role is to take care of Rivace's main force, beginning with that man, Garcia. That was what you hired me for, was it not? Oh dear, you truly are no fun. It's come to my attention that you become entangled with Arkansas for some odd reason. I'll have you know the CPD is quite good at their jobs, so don't do anything that'll bring us trouble. Do I make myself clear? No need to worry. More importantly, What is your impression of the special support section? Oh, so that's what you've come here for. Let's see. They are an intriguing combination of young people. Their leader, Lloyd, most of all. He's perfectly aware of his weakness, yet he continues to push forward with determination. He seems to have a strong intuition as well. To be honest, I quite like people like him. I was not asking you about your tastes. What about the other members? Again, each of them proves to be quite intriguing in their own way. Mayor MacDowell's granddaughter possesses a keen sense of diplomacy and operates as the team's administrator. As for the girl from the Epstein Foundation, while her orbital staff itself is fascinating, I suspect she has some special qualities of her own. Lastly, we have our red-headed fellow. He has a certain air about him, one not dissimilar to our own. Intriguing indeed. I must ask, why have you taken such a great interest in them? I simply wish to put them to a little test. I was curious to find out if they are worthy of taking on a request from Yin. What do you mean? Why were you wearing blue sneakers? I saw your shoes, sir. A request from Yin? What do you mean? Well, everybody, it's another boppin' day. Chapter 3 is just beginning. Holy smokes. I'm pulled in so deep. Isn't it a bit ridiculous? Despite all the work we put in, we had no choice but to hand the case over to the First Division. If Rixia hadn't asked us in the first place, everything we uncovered would have stayed hidden. Yeah, you're right. If only there was some kind of diversion that would allow us to continue investigating. Let's think for a minute. Who would know about Yin in the first place? Well, obviously Heiyui, considering that's his current employer. And then there's their rival Ravache and the First Division, who's tracking Heiyui's movements, according to Dudley. From there, we can assume that Speaker Hartman, who's closely tied to Ravache, knows about him as well. That's the man you mentioned yesterday, right, Elie? Yes. He's a career politician who, more or less, rules over the Diet, serving as the leader of the Imperial faction. Honestly, it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that he's Ravache's greatest supporter. Incidentally, almost all of Grandfather's reform bills were crushed by this man. I've always heard his name, but I never knew just how much power he had. If he's tied to Ravache, though, then Yin would be a threat to him as well, I imagine. Yes, which means they wouldn't have much of a connection. Tio? Randy? You two look completely bewildered. Is there something we're missing? No, it's just... You seem to be in a much better mood today, Elie. I guess so. I'm sorry about yesterday, everyone. I wasn't acting like myself. But I'm fine now, and I don't intend to be a burden to the team anymore. You've never been a burden to us, Elie. Quite the opposite, actually. You help us out all the time. I mean, look at us now. Thanks to your political knowledge, we're making progress by leaps and bounds. Oh, do you really think so? Something smells fishy. Agreed. Something is off. Very off. Wait a minute, you two. You know, now that I think of it, I could swear I heard a pair of voices chattering away on the roof from my window. I wonder... Congratulations, Lloyd and Elie. I wish the best for you two. Hold on! We didn't do anything that deserves the congratulations. Right, Elie? Yes! I mean, no! We were just talking about life and other things of that nature. Life, eh? Yeah, I talk life with the ladies now and again. So tell me, how far did you two go? Randy! Please, Tio's sitting right there. How far did you go? Is Randy referring to the intimacy people engage in while in romantic relationships? Nope, not at all. Lloyd and Elie sitting in a tree. That's enough for today. Yes, ma'am. Sheesh. Me and Elie together? Romantically? You guys know that wouldn't happen. Huh? Oh, no. Lloyd, cut. I mean, I don't think we're all that compatible. Oh, no. And I can't really imagine our relationship going that way. Lloyd, why? Right, Elie? What's the matter? You idiot. He stepped right on a landmine. Oh, yes. You are so right, Lloyd. All I did was ask you for some advice on a very unimportant subject. That's all. And then there most definitely wasn't any sort of romantic atmosphere, like you oh so graciously pointed out. All right then. You know, by incompatible, I only meant that we don't exactly make a good match. Sorry. Well, either way, glad to see you got some more fire in you today, Mademoiselle. Yes, thank goodness. I was not sure whether or not you were going to stay with the CPD. I'm sorry. I never meant to make you all worry. I don't know where the future will take me. But right now, I know this is where I'm meant to be. So everyone, I'm happy that I get to keep working with you. Elie? So am I, Elie. Damn straight. Besides, doubt we get much done around here without you to keep us in line. I wouldn't have to be so stern all the time if you didn't try to wander off to the casino every other day, Randy. Well, that's enough of that. What should we do about the investigation from here on out? Good question. We could always attempt to corner Yin with a different approach than the one the First Division is using. However, that unfortunately does not do much to narrow our options down. In that case, I've got an idea. How about we have ourselves a trip to Calvert's eastern quarter? I bet we find a few clues about Yin there. Oh, why didn't I think of that? But would the department even authorize a business trip to a foreign country? The eastern quarter is far outside of our jurisdiction after all. Oh, please. Let's go to Calvert. Come on. That would be amazing. Dio? What are you doing? I was contemplating looking into the police database a bit more. Perhaps I would be able to learn about the First Division's movements and so on. However, I already searched it last night, so there may not be much in the way of new information. Let's try it anyway. Beats sitting around here doing nothing. What's wrong? How strange. It seems as though we have received an orb mail. What's that again? Aren't they essentially letters that could be sent from terminal to terminal? Precisely. The peculiar thing is, despite being extremely useful, almost no one in the CPD uses the functionality. Most likely because not many officers are trained to use keyboards. And I'm one of them, unfortunately. Well, who's it from? Let me check. What? What is it? Who would send us...
I, Yin, hereby submit my support requests. Overcome this trial and face me. Only then will I grant you your mission.
It's him! Is this some kind of joke? Tio, where was the mail sent from? Definitely not the police department. Got it. It was sent from the International Bank of Crossbell, otherwise known as the IBC. What does this mean? The IBC's that bank that rakes in mirror from all over Zemuria, right? Why the hell would a place like that be sending us prank mail?
Why do you assume I would know? I can say, however, that this mail was definitely sent from an IBC terminal. I have no way of knowing who sent it, though.
Could it be possible that Yin infiltrated the IBC?
It's not out of the question. The IBC building is home to quite a few external companies and organizations. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's an Epstein Foundation office too. That is correct. An acquaintance of mine works there. However, I should have been more clear. The Orbital mail was sent directly from the IBC's main terminal. Because of that, I think the possibility of an external company being involved is low.
Well, we won't know until we ask them. I wanted our investigation to fly under the 1st Division's radar, but we really don't have any other choice. Yeah, going undercover this time might be a little tricky. Should we hurry up and check it out before they get in our way again?
Actually, we may be able to perform our search in secret after all.
Really?
How exactly? My best friend's father works at the IBC. If we explain the situation to him, he might give us a hand.
You think so? Hey, ain't that convenient? Well, Mademoiselle Elie, you got more connections than you know what to do with, don't ya?
I have a decent amount. Unfortunately, I have no way of knowing whether or not he's even in Crossbell City, given how hectic his schedule is. What sort of position does he hold there? You may have heard of him, actually. His name is Dieter Qua.
What?
Ah.
What? He famous or something?
I'll say.
Honestly, you can make the argument that he's just as well known as Ilya.
Dieter Qua. He's one of the continent's most wealthy individuals, and a leading figure in the Zemurian economy, as well as the current CEO of the International Bank of Crossbell.
He's the top dog of the whole freaking bank?
He was originally an old friend of my father's, but he's also kept a friendly relationship with my grandfather. Because of that, I've known him a good portion of my life. And his daughter is one of my closest childhood friends.
Wow, that's amazing. But even if he is the CEO, he won't be able to do much if he's not there.
You're right. I heard that he spends almost half the year abroad on business trips. Nevertheless, there's no harm in trying, is there? Even if he isn't in town, my friend might be. She may even be able to help us.
Let's do it then. We're getting somewhere with the investigation now at least, but...
Are you worried about the intentions behind the orb mail? It was written similarly to the threat letter, but his reason for sending it remains unclear.
Well, he went out his way to send us a challenge. It'd be rude of us not to take the bait, you know?
Agreed. Shall we head to the IBC then?
Let's freaking go. It's a new day, new requests. What a great scene around the table. I saw it coming from a mile off that they were going to start teasing us, but it was everything I wanted and more. But everybody, these episodes, I'm not even trying to keep them around 60 minutes anymore. I know that's not going to happen. So yeah, we're probably going to frequently go a little over, but that's okay. That's a-okay. I'm engrossed in this story. I can tell my voice is going now. So I'm going to relax and rest for a little bit. But then we'll be back so that characters can have their proper voices. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Carl, and this has been Trails to Completion.